Hello Sports Mockery fans, my name is Aldo Soto and I'm here with a brand new video brought to you by the good folks at the William Hill Sportsbook. We're going to go over tonight's game between the Baltimore Ravens and Dallas Cowboys, and stick around to find out how you can get a risk-free $300 bet using William Hill Sportsbook. Before we get to today's promotion with William Hill Sportsbook, make sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. We're going to cover all the breaking Chicago sports news, plus latest on rumors, more gambling content. And make sure to check out the website, sportsmockery.com. Everything on the Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, and White Sox. Cowboys versus Ravens? All right, here's how you can bet $300 and not lose. All right, so here's how you can claim your $300 risk-free bet at William Hill Sportsbook. All you have to do is download their app. It's pretty easy to do, and it's free. You create an account, and when you do, use the promo code Mockery300. Again, you're going to use the promo code Mockery300 to get your $300 risk-free bet. Once you're done creating your account with the promo code, you're going to make your first deposit. And if you bet on tonight's Dallas Cowboys versus Baltimore Ravens game, doesn't matter what you bet. Cowboys money line, Cowboys and the points, or maybe you really love the Ravens, or you just want to do the Ravens on the money line, maybe the over, the under, who knows? Whatever you want to bet, you can bet up to $300. And if you lose that bet, William Hill is going to give you your money back. You cannot lose. So once again, download the William Hill Sportsbook betting app, create an account, use the promo code Mockery300, make your first deposit, and you can bet up to $300 on your first bet. And if you lose, William Hill Sportsbook will give you your money back. All right, but of course you don't want to lose, so let's get to some winners, right? All right, so as you can see at the William Hill Sportsbook betting app, the Dallas Cowboys are currently 9-point underdogs against the Ravens in Baltimore. And honestly, I was surprised that the Ravens are this big of a favorite against anyone. I know Dallas is coming off that blowout loss against Washington on Thanksgiving, but the Ravens just haven't been they haven't been playing that good of a football lately. And if you actually go back and look at their record against the spread, they're only 6-5 against the spread. And going back to October here, they're actually 1-4. They're 1-4 the last 5 times that they've been betting favorites, and I mean they've actually only won 2 of those games. They've actually lost flat out 3 of those games outright, but 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 against the spread as favorites. They are coming off a tough loss against the Steelers last week when it was 19-14. But really, that game just wasn't ever close. You know, they got that long touchdown late in the game there to make it to get within 5. But I mean, really, that game wasn't that close. They did cover though, or they, if you bet them at 10.5 was the closing line there. There was a lot of points given up by Steelers, and as we saw on Monday, game 1 of that doubleheader, Steelers had a lot of trouble against Washington, and Washington ended up just beating them at the end, 23-17. So I do not like the Ravens as big favorites here. -9. My advice here: go with the Cowboys. And I know obviously they don't have that solid offense anymore without Dak anymore. Ezekiel Elliott has been almost a non-factor as of late. But we've seen a lot lately in these like midweek games. They just kind of get sloppy. There's no real great game flow. Just punt after punt after punt. 9 points. 9 points is a lot. Give me Dallas +9. And as a matter of fact, if you want to sprinkle a little on that on the money line there, you can get +340 on the Cowboys right now. So again, too many points for me for the Ravens. Give me the Cowboys +9. And then now we can look at the point total here. It's currently at 45.5. And I'm going to make the same point in terms of the, these midweek games, these Tuesday games, or like the late games. Last week, Pittsburgh against Steelers, I think it was in the low 40s, and it was a final score of 19-14, so that hit the under as well. I like the under once again here. Dallas, they were getting just scored on repeatedly early on in the season with their terrible defense. They were getting shootouts when Dak Prescott was still like quarterback. But they've actually had some surprising low-scoring games as of late. Obviously not against Washington. That was that game got away from them. They ended up losing 41-16 on Thanksgiving. But if you look at their previous, so out of their last 7 games, out of their last 6 games, 4 of them have gone under, and that has a lot to do with obviously their offense just being terrible. But facing the Vikings on the road, the Vikings defense isn't that good. They scored 38, beating them. They played the Steelers tough at home a few weeks back, and that was a 24-19 game. That game also went under. Just a terrible game before that against the Philadelphia Eagles, 23-9. Those games, I was telling friends, this past Sunday, the Eagles just always kind of like muck up those games. Those games always just seem disgusting once you get to the fourth quarter there. So give me the under in this one, because once again, the Baltimore Ravens, they may not be that great shutdown defense anymore, but they have to rely on them to keep these game score down, because their rushing offense with Lamar Jackson just has not been as explosive as he's been in previous seasons with them. And then with the Cowboys, with Andy Dalton, they've been obviously a little better, but we're not talking about a high-powered offense here. A lot of issues on the offensive line. Again, the run game has been very pedestrian. And speaking from personal experience, I've been waiting for Ezekiel Elliott to break out in terms of fantasy value for weeks, and that just has not happened. I think that's just one solid game of the past 6 weeks or so after the Dak Prescott injury. Just not good. Andy Dalton, again, red rifle. Don't really expect a shootout here. It's at 45.5. Again, under. I think it's going to be an easy under. I think if there's a score late, it might only push it up to maybe 40, 41 points. But I think that'll be an easy under for me. Again, Cowboys +9. Sprinkle a little on that money line at +340. Go with the under at 45.5. And now if we look at the prop bets here for the odds on the first player to score between the Cowboys and Ravens, you'd probably say the easy answer here is Lamar Jackson, a scramble into the end zone, but he had +650, pretty good odds. But if you're looking for some longer odds here, I like Cowboys tight end Dalton Schultz at +2,000. You can get him for the first score. He's been getting about 5 to 7 targets per game here. Again, Cowboys running game just not that great. Mike McCarthy just hates giving the ball to Ezekiel Elliott at the goal line for more than one rush at a time. It just seems like if they're stuffed on first and goal, they're not going to go back to the run there. So look for Dalton Schultz at +2,000 if you want to, maybe put some $10 on there, get a big return. Other than that, though, maybe a Gus Edwards at +1,200. Maybe they give him the ball down in the goal line for the Ravens. But other than that, again, you can get your $300 risk-free bet at William Hill Sportsbook. Bet on tonight's game. If you lose your first bet, it doesn't matter because you'll get that money right back, up to $300 with William Hill Sportsbook. Again, use the promo code Mockery300. Again, my picks for tonight: Cowboys +9, the under 45.5, and Dalton Schultz prop bet first to score a touchdown. All right, good luck.